Hello there, people of the internet. This video was supposed to be released yesterday, but then Magic the Gathering happened. Now, I will talk about Magic the Gathering, but for those of you who are not interested in me talking about Magic the Gathering, there is an annotation on the screen. You can click it and skip the Magic the Gathering talk, alright? So, I've been playing Magic the Gathering for quite a while now. I have over 2,000 cards easily. And lately I've been thinking about a blue-white deck with more focus on blue, with a lot of control, with a bunch of flying creatures, some healing, not too much healing, but mostly control. So you can control your board, the enemy's board, and basically you can control the game and win it that way. So I bring out my cards and I start building the deck. I start distributing it on the floor, and I have my lands, some card draw and all that good stuff. And at the end, I'm like, is this all the islands I have? I found out that I have only 6 islands. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with how Magic the Gathering works, you need land. Land is your mana. Alright, you use land to, summon creatures, to cast spells, to do pretty much everything. And each color needs its specific land. And for blue, it's islands. And I had 6 of them. Okay. Now, you have a deck of 60 cards. If you put in only 6 islands, the chance of you getting an island is so low that you will lose 99% of the time, and that 1% you will get the islands and win because you have so much of everything else, but 99% of the time you will lose because you will just not get the correct land. In my case, islands. And since I wanted to focus heavily on blue, I was screwed. So, I got together with a friend, and I was like, look, I'm going to be ordering some Magic the Gathering cards. He was like, okay, I'm going to order with you. Now, what we found out is that they had a massive discount on pretty much everything there. So, we both ordered 10 boosters. We have ordered 2 full decks. And we both ordered a dual deck. And what dual decks are, basically, it's 2 decks built around the same strength. So they're balanced. You can pick them up and you can just play against each other. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to build anything. It's just 60 cards for you to play with. 2 decks, same strength, fun. I think I found my new favorite deck. This deck is so very perfect. Alright? So what it is, it's a blue deck with a decent splash of white and a little bit of red. Now for the blue side, you have a ton of card draw, law of return, and the creatures are mostly focused on flying, morph, and blink. Then you have some mixed creatures, those ones that cost 1 blue, 1 white, 1 red, and then 3 neutral. These creatures are usually, they have very powerful effects, so usually you have vigilance, flying, and haste, which is just insane. Because, you have haste, you can play from the very get-go, you can just play it and then attack. Vigilance doesn't tap it when you attack, so you can then block with it again. And flying, they can only be blocked by flying and stuff like that, so that's really good. Or with creatures that have reach, obviously. Then we have white, which is a lot of defensive spells and enchantments. And then finally red, with a couple of very powerful spells to take out those big annoying creatures that, the other player just puts on the battlefield and does not want to block with them and just uses their effect to annoy the fucking shit out of you. Okay, like, I can't quite remember the name. It's a black creature. It's a demon. And at the beginning of each turn, you draw 2 cards if your opponent doesn't sacrifice 3 life or a creature. That's a devilish card. You can just play it and leave it there. You don't have to block with it. You can just, it is 4/3, so it does a decent amount of damage, but why would you want to block with it? You just leave it there. And if your opponent doesn't have any clear, in terms of powerful single target spells, you're boned. You either lose all your creatures all the time, or he just kills you with it because you have to sacrifice 3 life each turn for him. So that's a quite fantastic spell, or a creature, and you really need some clear for that, because otherwise you're boned, and my friend loves to use that one. And what happened later was, we were like, okay, let's play a couple of games. And a couple of games turned into 15 games, and we finished at around 7 o'clock. And then I realized that I don't have enough time to record for the video, record the footage, then do the commentary, then, process it, then upload it to YouTube, do the thumbnail and, title and tag stuff. And I just gave up, was like, well, I screwed up. This video will have to be released tomorrow. Which leads us to this video. I've been talking about Magic the Gathering for 5 minutes. Let's talk about World of Warcraft and my plans for Warlords of Draenor. So the first thing for me, at least, is going to be bomb rushing to level 100, pretty much skipping all the quests that I don't think are worth it, just skipping PvP, skipping professions, doing all of that later, just bomb rushing to level 100 so I can start doing heroic dungeons and gearing up for raids. Now, on my way to level 100, I will obviously do the dungeon so I have some competent equipment once I reach level 100 so I can actually go into heroic mode dungeons and start gearing up for raids and then progress through the difficulty while dishing out guides for you guys. Now, I will not do the overall guides for bosses. I will just focus on the boomkin ones. Alright, so instead of having, this is a guide for everyone, this is the tactic, I will just do a boomkin one. You're a boomkin, you're supposed to do something like this, Not exactly, use your own imagination, but this is the this is the basic thing you're supposed to do here, and then as you get more comfortable with it, you can start doing more fancy stuff, that kind of thing, sort of thing that I did in Mists of Pandaria. But right now I've learned a lot more about making guides and making videos in general, so they should be much better than the ones I've released in Mists of Pandaria. After that, I can finally go back and start doing some PvP and do what I pretty much like the most about new expansion. I know this might sound weird, but I just love doing the Lore Master achievements. Right, just going around the entire continent or whatever it is and just doing all the quests, and see the achievements ding. Those are pretty much the only achievements I really care about. The other ones are kind of like, they're pretty much a side effect of me doing things. And I don't really seek them, I don't go after achievements most of the time. But the Lore Master achievements, they are a great thing for me, because I just like to do that, I will sit down and I will actually read the quest text and I will enjoy it. But I will do that after I am max level, because while I'm leveling up, that would take me so much time, it would be unbearable. I would reach level 100 like 2 or 3 months after the expansion has been released, while, I'm aiming more for 3 to 5 days to level 100. And while I'm doing the Lore Master stuff, I will also do professions with that, flying around, gathering ores and all that good stuff. So I will get my engineering, once again, up to 700, I think it is. And with that comes the garrison, obviously. And garrison will be something completely new for me, because I was not invited to beta, so it'll be completely new. And I'm, excited about new stuff, so I'm kind of excited about the garrison as well. Now, after that is done, and the first round of guides is kind of done, and the basic guides, the advanced guides for boomkins, all of that, once that's done, I will start looking around for the funny stuff, stuff like the Lobstmon. That's one video that I did in Mists of Pandaria, how to obtain the Lobstmon tutorial, which you can see by clicking on the annotation right there, yes. Shameless promotion. So, that's the kind of stuff I'm looking for. And then it will be pretty much the same as it was in Mists of Pandaria, The next big patch is about to hit, so I will start making videos about that. Then the patch hits, and I will make videos about, the raids and all the good stuff that has been added. And, we'll repeat that until the end of the expansion, at which point we will start waiting for the next expansion. Right, so that's pretty much the plan for me. I hope it will be satisfying for you as well. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. I will also do some Warframe videos, some Firefall videos, maybe some unresponsible reviews and some UI reviews as well. I have not forgotten about those. I still want to do some UI reviews, but right now it seems kind of pointless, since most of the UIs don't actually get updated for, new expansions, because people just focus on leveling and they're doing individual add-ons, so the UI packs kind of fall apart. So I felt it's kind of useless to do it right now, where, Warlords of Draenor hits, what is it, a week? I think it's about a week, actually. Holy shit. Yeah. I think Warlords of Draenor is dropping in around a week. I will actually... Let me Google that. November the 13th is the release date. I kinda... What? I kinda forgot about that. It's a week. We're a week away from Warlords of Draenor release. That's quite impressive. How did I manage to forget about that? No idea. So I'm really looking forward, actually, to Warlords of Draenor. A lot more than Pandaria, you know. I was looking forward to Cataclysm, and I was kind of disappointed at the end. Well, kind of, really disappointed with what they did later on. But I wasn't really excited for Mists of Pandaria. The launch was kind of weak, in my opinion. There was a lot of problems, a lot of balance issues. But I'm really looking forward to Warlords of Draenor. It's been heavily tested. Hopefully it'll be balanced. You know, it'll be something new. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.